So guys, I have to do small cover up for this because of safety. I just use sellotape to cover up this. I just bought this and I have to connect wire to it just to show you how this thing is. So actually this particular one is good. So if I plug it now, you see that this one is good. This one now is working perfectly well. So this one is good. I just want to use it to show you that this my connection is still active and working well. So I have some of these bulbs already that I want to repair for you to see how to repair these bulbs. In case you have these bulbs, no need of throwing them away. It's of no use. You could repair them and reuse them again. Yes, you can actually repair them and reuse them again. Actually, this one got spoiled yesterday and I had these ones before now, but I want to show you how to repair these things because repairing it is not that difficult. It's very easy. So if you put this one now, if you tight it, you will see that this one is dead. It's no longer showing. I think it's no longer showing anything. It's not showing anything now. But once we repair it, you will see that it will start showing. So I'm going to take you through the processes that are required in repairing this particular bulb. If you put this one, these are energy bulbs. If you put this one, you see that this one now is no longer working again. So if we still remove it and we put the third one, you can still see that the third one is still not working again. So let's see out of these three, the ones that we could be able to fix, or if we can still fix the three at the same time. So that is what it is. So try to watch this video from beginning to the end, and in between this video I am going to put a gift. I'm going to give out a gift for those of us that are in Nigeria. I'm going to give you an MTN card inside this video. So if you are the first to load this particular card, please do inform others on the message area so that people will not keep on repeating that card. And peradventure, you just want to try, don't try it more than once. Try the card once, and if you didn't enter, just leave it at that. So guys, let's move ahead now. So okay, we have another one here. Okay, this one is still a recent one. We have another one now. I just bought this one not long ago and it got burnt. So let's see if it is still showing. Let's see if it is still showing. Okay, this one is still not showing. So I think we have up to 4 bulbs now that are not showing. So let me still show you that at least the last one. Okay, this one has pulled out. Let me still show you that our connection is still intact. You see, our connection is still intact. Nothing happened to it, so still working very well. So now what we need to do now is that we put this one aside. Once we are finished, we could come back to test it. So what we need to do now is to open up these bulbs, and opening up these bulbs doesn't require much. All you need is just something like this, maybe your knife, just a pair of knife or something like this, just a knife like this. You put it here and you swing it, you go through like this, you try to cut it through. Most of them, their gums are not even that difficult. What you now do is you just pull it like this. Okay, you can see this one has opened up. So what happens here is something that is not that difficult. So if you check very closely, here, you will notice something in this particular place. You will notice this bulb. You notice one black dot on this bulb. So what this simply means is that this particular bulb now, this LED bulb, is dead. This particular one is dead. But because they connected this thing in series, if one of the bulb is dead, every other bulb loses connection. So this is exactly what happens here. If one of the bulb is dead, every other bulb loses connection and it is assumed that it is dead. So inside of this thing, most of the capacitors and the ICs that are used, and probably the transformer that are used for this particular bulb now is still working and active. One of the reasons why this bulb is no longer showing now could be as a result of this particular bulb that you see that is dead now. So what we need to do now is just, we need our knife. As you can see, we just use this knife to scrape out this particular bulb. This simple one now. You see, it has just come out. So we just use our knife to scrape it off. just scrape it off, and you will see two connections there. So this is what we need to do. So as we just scrape it off now, we'll scrape it off naturally and gradually. So because the connection is no longer active, it will not be working again. So as we scrape it off, we try to see if it will on. We try to see if it will on. So we could just put a little paste on it. We have paste here. We have paste, and if you have brush, you give me brush. If you have brush, you use brush. But if you don't have brush, you could use your finger and do it. You know, this is a workshop, so don't look at my brush. This brush has been eating money for long. So that if you see the teeth, you know what I'm saying. So now you could just put a little paste here. You just put a little paste, and let's test it and see if it will work. Like that, we cover it. Then we'll bring our electrical connection. If we bring our electrical connection, we check if it is still working. Yes, it's working. So we'll now test what we have just done to see how it goes. But we have not finished the work. We just want to check something. So you can see that it didn't come up. It didn't come up. Okay. So now what do we then do? We now loop that particular place. So we now loop it. We loop it, and we'll now try it again. So what we do is we reopen it again. You can see we reopen it again. This is the particular connection that we found out that is bad. So we now use our soldering iron. If you have soldering iron like this, you can use this type, or you can use this type. There are so many types of soldering iron that can be used. I have this one with my lens. I have this one with my lens. The lens has holder, so you can equally use this type to loop it. So what are we going to do in the looping? We'll now use our LEDs. We'll now use our LED like this. Use our LED to do the connection. We just use it to connect that particular place. Connect this to this, join it, loop it, so that the current could pass from wherever it's coming from into this place and be able to flow along and cross to the other place. Because if this bulb, based on the series connection, if this bulb is not working, every other bulb in this particular connection will not be working. So we now loop it and we continue. So now what happens is that I've used this to clip this. So what I need to do now is that this particular place, I need to loop it. I need to join these two things. I need to join them with this LED. So guys, I'm joining it with LED, as you can see. So I've joined it with LED. So after I've joined it with LED, then what I need to do now is to test it to see, because just like what I told you people earlier, all of these bulbs that you are seeing here, they are looped together in series connection. That is to say, if one of these bulbs stop work, then these other ones are going to stop work as well. So it does not necessarily mean that this bulb is faulty, so to say. Maybe the ICs inside or the transformer or those things are bad. It could naturally be that one of these bulb is weak, and because one of the bulb is weak, the LED bulb is weak, then every other one loses connection and this could be thrown away. So from today onward, guys, you stop throwing this particular LED bulb away. One of the bulb dies, what you do is you do a connection there and you keep on using that particular bulb. So now let's cover it for safety's sake. Let's cover it and we'll bring our electrical connection closer. If we bring our electrical connection closer, then we have to test run it with the one that we are very sure is okay. Like this one, you can see the one that we are very sure is okay. So now, to still show you that it is still the one we worked on, you see, this is the one we worked on, the one that we have already pulled out one of the bulb and do direct connection on it. So I cover it and I go ahead and I plug it here. So guys, you can see that this bulb has started working now. This bulb has started working. So guys, stop throwing away your bulbs, your LED bulbs. Stop throwing them away and start working on them now. You can even start making money from this. Collect your neighbor bulbs, the bulbs they bought 500 naira. If you're in Nigeria, you can start repairing them for 200 naira. If you repair 10 bulbs in a day, you have made 2,000 naira cool money. So guys, you can start making money from this as well. There are so many ways you can start making money in this life. There is unlimited resources if you can get the idea flowing. So guys, thank you very much. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead now and subscribe, because we are going to bring to you many more things that will be helping you in this life. Guys, do not wait. Subscribe to this channel and go ahead to turn up that bell notification bell, because each time we upload a valuable video like this, YouTube is going to notify you that a video has been uploaded by our channel. And give us a thumb up, guys. It is going to help us to rank on YouTube algorithm. And at the same time, share this video to your loved ones. Somebody somewhere might be in need of this type of video, and you could equally help that person to reach it out. So give us a comment in if you had any challenge or anything that you want us to do video on technology wise. Give us a comment on our boss, and we could probably bring that video in no distant time. Okay, no, this one is not working. You can see this one is not working. Test it out. You see it's not working. So what you need to do is just look for knife and follow this line here. There is a line here. You follow the line and you go round, you go round, you go round. So before you could go round all through, the thing would have opened. So you just open it. The gum, presently they are not using that kind of strong gum again on it. So now if you check all the bulbs, because I found out that the bulbs are connected in series, so if one of the bulb is bad, it will stop working. Most of the times it's not because of the capacitor or the IC or the resistor. No, it is most of the times it is because of the bulb itself. So if you check one of the bulbs, you notice the one that swell up at the center a little bit or has a little black spot. So like this one now has a little black spot on it. So I suspect this one to be the bad one. So what I need to do is just use my knife and pull it out. Pull it out. Just scratch it. You see it has pulled out. So if I scratch it and I pull out, so I just scratch it very well. Scratch it very well. Scratch it very well. So if I scratch it very well, so what I need to do actually, if it is actually this bulb that is the problem, then what I need to do now is to use lead and the paste, that's my flux. Use my paste and my flux to join these two areas. If I join them together, if that is the problem, what I've done is to loop it so that current can flow from here to here and every other bulb will start working. But if that is not a problem, then it will still not work. Actually, we have other bulbs that we can still test out here and see how it goes, but I've tried it out and it has worked before. So what I need to do is use this brush or your hand to collect paste and put here. So actually this is my workshop, so I use it, and I have my soldering iron like this one, so I can use it to collect lead. So let me put this aside for safety reasons. So I put that aside. So you can see my lead here, and I have my lens. I could as well hang this in my lens if I needed some support. I could as well hang this in my lens. And this is another type of soldering iron which can still be used. You can plug it and still be used where necessary. So I can use this to hold my work, and use my lens holder to hold my work. So now what I need to do now is to use this lead, or if you don't have this particular lead, you could still use any other lead and use it to do the connection. So this is my filing iron, so I could use it to scrape out the old lead that was stuck in this particular soldering iron. So I use this actually this is my board. I use this soldering board That's why you see all these black. I use this soldering board to protect my table, my workbench, so that I will not keep scratching my workbench. So that's the reason why you see this one. Anytime I want to do anything soldering, I bring out my board, use my board to do soldering, so that my table will still be a little bit neat. So what I do now is I use this my solder iron to collect lead. So I use that lead to cover up, to fill up that place, just like what I told you earlier. So what I've just done now is I've looped it. I've used it to join them, to join it together, the two areas that was there. I've used it to join it together. So what I need to do now is to test it out. If that particular bulb was a problem, it means this one is going to light. But if it is not a problem, it means it will not light. Then if you still have the power, you can still testing out these capacitors one after the other. But what I want to teach you is the easiest way, which that if it is bulb problem, it will get solved immediately. So what we need to do now is just to test it out. We bring out our box, our connection again, that is our lamp holder, and we put this to test it out. This is the one that is good, just like I said earlier. So we keep it and we use this one that we just repaired, and we test out to see if it has worked. So if it didn't work, it is still not bad. Okay guys, you can see that it has worked. So this is exactly how to repair. So today we have already repaired two bulbs. We have repaired two bulbs. So we repaired this one earlier. And now we have repaired a bigger one. You can see we have repaired a bigger one. So we have repaired two today. Let me test the first one. See, this was the first one we repaired, and this one was a smaller one. We repaired it. You see that the bulb is the lightning is down to compare to the bigger one we just repaired now. So far so good. We have repaired two bulbs and we came up with 4. So we still continue to repair them and see. But there is no 100% guarantee that all of them must work, but at least I'm giving you up to 85 to 90% guarantee that all the energy bulbs, understand me, all the energy bulbs that you apply this method on is going to work. So I don't want this video to be too lengthy. That is the reason why I'm going to let it go at this, and we'll have other things that will come up later. So guys, take your time and stick to this channel. So many things are coming up later, so make sure that you connect to this channel, subscribe to this channel now as I'm talking now. Connect to this channel and subscribe to this channel. Refer your friends and well wishers to this channel so that all of them will subscribe, because we are going to be giving you out back-to-back technology things that will help you to save money in your daily living. Thank you.